James Logan, on December 31st, 1717, in his accounting log after purchasing a wagon from James Hendricks, was the first known specific mention of a Conestoga wagon. It was named after the Conestoga River, or the Conestoga Township in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. And it is thought to have been introduced by German settlers. The Conestoga wagon is a specific design of heavy covered wagon that was used extensively during the late 18th and 19th centuries in the eastern United States and Canada. It was large enough to transport loads up to 6 tons and was drawn by horses, mules, or oxen. Most covered wagons used in the westward expansion of the United States were not Conestoga wagons, but rather ordinary farm wagons with canvas covers, as true Conestoga wagons were too heavy to cross the prairies. Let's skip on to the present day and the modern tractor trailer. Today, the term curtain side trailer refers to the ordinary covered wagon. Unlike the old covered wagons, the curtain side trailer has a hard top, front, and back, and it has a framework. Like the covered wagons of old, the curtain side trailer has tarp sides that are drawn along the sides of the trailer. Shifting to our subject for today, the Conestoga trailer that we find today is quite different from the curtain side trailer. The Conestoga trailer has a hard front and sometimes back, but no top. Instead, the Conestoga trailer has sliding sides and top that opens every part or all of the trailer, allowing the loader or unloader complete access to the bed of the trailer. The Conestoga trailer is in reality a modified flatbed trailer. A Conestoga trailer uses a rolling style tarp system, much like an accordion, to keep goods protected from the elements. When the tarp is rolled open, the sliding tarp system allows complete access to all sides and top of the flatbed, offering loading and unloading just as easy as an open flatbed trailer. One thing one has to consider when utilizing a Conestoga flatbed is the size of the load. Much like a dry van, one will be limited to the maximum size of the tarp top and system sides. Despite these limitations, many drivers and customers prefer the effortless loading and unloading that a Conestoga trailer offers. Let's go on and look at some of the advantages of the Conestoga trailer. Once the tarp is pulled back, this style trailer allows for fast loading and unloading since it can be done from the sides or from the top. Transports oversized loads as a flatbed trailer when the tarp is rolled back. It protects loads from weather and other elements. While there are advantages for the Conestoga trailer, there are also disadvantages for the Conestoga trailer. The Conestoga flatbed is one of the most sought after trailers on the road today due to its versatility and flexibility. Because of its specialized equipment and popularity, the Conestoga trailer has limited availability and can take several days to have one of these available to collect your load. Also, the costs tend to be higher than with other equipment. From 1717, when the first Conestoga wagon was recorded sold, to the present day Conestoga truck trailer, cloth vinyl tarps have been used to cover cargo on wagons and open trucks of all sizes to protect the cargo from the weather. The Conestoga trailer is slowly replacing the van and curtain side trailers. The ease of loading and unloading the Conestoga, coupled with the ease of rolling the cover over the loads, makes the Conestoga a highly desirable trailer to use. Even so, there are still uses for the open flatbed, van trailer, and curtain side trailers, plus the various specialty trailers out there. And here we go, guys. This is the Peterbilt 389 with Conestoga wagon. It is the roll tarp system on a flatbed. It's by DCP by First Gear, and it does have a name on the door. Now, I have talked extensively about Peterbilt 389s and 379s in other videos, and I'm going to link that up here and down in the description below, so you can go see them on my channel to get all the features on the 389. I'm just not going to do into it. What's cool about this one here is the trailer on this guy, and that's what I'm going to focus on. The 389 has all the same details. It's just a blue and white truck with a name on the down there on the battery box. It's got some nice show fenders and the 70-inch stand-up sleeper. It's a nice truck, but the cool part about this setup is the trailer. It is this roll tarp trailer, the Conestoga Wagon. Here is the trailer. Isn't that cool? It has a cloth tarp. It's a vinyl cloth material that rides in the tracks just like the real ones. Now they use little rivets instead of rollers, which they should have used rollers, but I'm amazed that they were able to make this thing even at all in this scale. It is such an intricate piece to be done in 64 scale. The trailer has the frame rails underneath, just like regular flatbed trailers do. It has spread axle configuration, brake canisters and suspension on each axle, a real nice tread pattern, and 10-hole chrome wheels on each axle. Kingpin is set up for DCP trucks. You can see there, that is one of the rivets, and that rides in the slot right there on the side of the trailer, if you can see it right there. And that's why they should have used rollers instead of rivets, because they kind of want to pop out. But they did probably the best they could. Now they match this tarp to the tractor with the blue and the white, and they can do this in any color, just like they can do trailers. They can do the tarps any color. And see on top they have the white. Also, you can see how they stitched it and actually attached it to the frame on the inside. Now we'll go around to the back. You can see it has the utility logo there. Lights and brake lights. Bumper, mud flaps with a little diamond that is just tampoed on. The back door, this one is not one with a full framed back door with regular doors. This is a true full roll tarp. It has a cloth piece. Now to hold it shut, they've got 4 little magnets here and then some metal inside. That way it flops and stays in place. But there we go. On the real one, it rolls up instead of folding up, but you know, in 64 scale we got to take some liberties here. You can see inside all the structure detail and the different ribs going down both sides and across the top. It's really helpful that they had that white cloth top on this one so that you can actually put plenty of light on the inside. The front bulkhead is chrome plated on the inside and the outside, as you can see, kind of the mirror reflection of me on the inside. The passenger side of that trailer, same thing. Now roll tarps can either roll from the back to the front or from the front to the back, which is pretty cool. Landing gear, standard DCP screw down type, which I've got it screwed down so this trailer will sit by itself. And on the front, again, see, mirror piece. See me right there. It is a mirror chrome piece, and it has the Anderson Trucking logo right up there on the top, because this was for Anderson Trucking, even though you probably can't see it in the picture. Maybe I can pull it in enough. Yeah, there you go. Now you can see it right there when it has my forehead behind it. Hard to see. But anyway, that's there. Now I'll show you how these trailers work. And that's awesome that they were able to make this work in 64 scale. It just sort of locks in place at the front and at the rear, which would hold the tension like it's supposed to. That would be a closed position. Then you can either push it from the front to the back like that, and it doesn't accordion quite as well as theirs, mainly because of the size. I mean, let's face it, this thing is awfully tiny compared to the real one. It's amazing that they could make them work at all. But it accordions that way. Then you can pull it back and it'll slide this way. And the real ones, again, would actually push a little further forward than that, as you saw in that video, but this one is also kind of very, very small. So it's doing its best. There's a lot of material fold up. In the real one, it's not as bad, but you get the idea. Then, of course, this would normally roll up, but they just made it flip up. You can see inside, with the rolled up position, how the cloth just bunches up along the ridges, and that's it. You'd put your load in, and you can load vertically off of both sides or off the tailgate, just whatever the dock and requirements you have. And you can actually lock these things in an open position so you could carry an oversized load on the deck, which is pretty cool. So you go from a convertible, essentially, from a van to a flatbed with one trailer. Makes tarping your loads easier than having to wrestle with those hard, heavy tarps that on a flatbed, you just roll it over top of it. Done. Now, you'd have to actually secure these, and you have to secure your load just like on a flatbed, but still, this makes covering and tarping up easier. It's also simpler for a lot of other goods because of the way you can load it. Very, very, very versatile trailers. Just like curtain siders. Like in Europe, curtain siders most of the trailers are curtain siders, whereas we have regular dry vans. But theirs are mostly that. Curtain siders. Well, over here, roll tarps are actually really starting to take over and come on strong because of how versatile they are. They're easy to load, easy to unload, easy to cover the loads. Can carry odd shapes that would normally be on a flatbed and be hard to tarp down, and also it can do the same job as a dry van, and then last it can do oversized because you can slide the tarp to one end or the other. Probably you would run it to the front instead of the back, but I don't know. Now on the real ones, you have to loosen the tension on the rear before you open the front, or else you're going to get hurt if you can even actually break the tension and make it work. But it works no problem either way. Great trailers. I'm so glad that DCP did one of these trailers and actually did the real soft cloth tarp. It's a vinyl cloth material, very, very nice. Simulates the real ones excellent. It's so much better than a simulated. I don't even know how you could have made a simulated version, but they probably could have found a way. Anyway, now let's get this guy hooked back up and show off the whole set. And like I said, Peterbilt 389s, I've gone into extensive detail on them on other videos, so I'm not going to do that again. They are pretty common, and the details are pretty much all the same from truck to truck. I mean, they change the bumpers a little bit, and they change the graphics, and maybe they do different fenders and frames, but overall the truck and detail is exactly the same. Now let's hook it up. And that is the DCP by First Gear Peterbilt 389 with 70-inch stand-up sleeper and utility Conestoga Wagon roll tarp trailer for Anderson Trucking. The Conestoga trailer is so versatile, it's no wonder they are growing in demand out on the highways. Do you have a model of a Conestoga truck trailer in your collection? Let me know in the comments your thoughts on these trailers. Also, grab my free report on Skeele with the link in the description below, as it will really help you make sure you are collecting the most popular Skeele for the items that you most enjoy. Be sure to like, comment, and share this video with your friends. Also, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. Thanks for watching. I'm Logan, the 64th Gear Jammer Skeele, and I'll be back soon with another episode of Toy Talk.